Welcome to your weekend focus for November the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, let's see what the energy is going to be for us this weekend. We do have a lot of things happening in the sky. The Chariot. I think we ended the reading on Thursday with the Chariot. Chariot still a very strong energy, and it's in the first position. We have the Ace of Cups, new creations, new beginnings, new inventions, new love. We have the moon right in the middle. We do have a full moon in Taurus, do we not? So, and right next to the moon is the sun. Then the Two of Wands. New path to go forward in. Weighing it out. Okay, and usually with full moons, it's not the new path that we are looking at. We are looking at completions, endings, closure. We're looking at some of the seeds that we planted in the new moon in Libra. And we are looking at that and seeing how far we've gotten. What is the next step? What is the elevated path? So we have the Chariot, the Ace of Cups, the Moon, the Sun, and the Two of Wands. So very strong energy this weekend. And we'll start with the Chariot. The Chariot really stands for our focus and where it is and where it needs to be. The horses can represent many things. First of all, we have one that is dark and one that is light. So this could be the opposites, the moon and the sun, the up and down, left and right. But essentially those horses, if they weren't tethered to our reins, would be going any which way with the way we wanted them to. And they want to. And we are pulling on those reins. We are pulling them back so that they go on the path we want, the focus where we are putting the focus. So we really have to be careful here not to get caught up in other people's drama. Making sure that our focus and our attention is where it needs to be and where it needs to be. Because, you know, procrastination comes in. Procrastination comes in because we're being pulled in more than one direction, and so we just sit back and we go, well, let's just wait this one out. And so instead of putting our focus where it needs to go, we are watching TV or reading a book or getting involved in other people's dramas. This is about your path forward this weekend. This is about having the focus on what you want in your life. Ace of Cups, it's definitely about the new things you want in your life. The cup overfloweth. Now, there's a lot of water here, and Scorpio is the water sign, and that is where the sun is. And so this is calling upon us, I think, to go deep into our passions, our dreams, and our desires. This is about embracing a new path or a new way of life or a new routine or a new relationship or a new friendship. This is about stepping into new experiences, filling your life with passion, with joy, with love. Through your actions, through your words, through being you. And I think Scorpio's there, you know, and Jupiter's in Scorpio too, so it's really digging into the deeper layers, the things that maybe we've hidden from ourselves, so to speak. Because it made us happy once upon a time, but we had to leave it behind for X number of reasons. And it's if we allow that energy to bubble up inside of us, to open those dusty old boxes within our memories. We could come up with some epiphanies right now. We could see a whole new way of doing, of being, of becoming. The moon is about going deep inside. It's about digging deep inside. It's about being true and authentic. It's about taking off the mask. It's about being real. You know, there's things in life that we do and we don't do because it might disturb other people or it doesn't go with the norm. And so we put on that mask. When we wake up in the morning and we are one person, and we go to work, we are another person. We go to a community event, we are another person. We get together with our partner, we are another person. We get together with our children, we are another person. To fit in. But this is about us. This is about knowing ourselves. This is about looking inside. This is about understanding what we have buried. Maybe we have just buried the thought that we do not deserve, and we do. And so we buried that we deserve into we don't deserve. We are not worthy. We're not special. And you are. And maybe this period of time with the full moon and everything allows you to tap into that person you once were that thought you could climb mountains, because you could. But one person came along and said you could not climb that mountain, and you went, oh, okay. And you turned down a different path. This is a recognition of your abilities and your talents. The sun. And you know, the sun is kind of lined up with the Ace of Cups here. The new beginnings, the new starts. We are just a child again, riding on that white horse. The sun illuminates us. Or perhaps that sun is a part of us, that bright light. And where we go, that light is automatically there. We just sometimes fail to realize it. And we don't utilize its magic. So be careful about pulling yourself down to a level so you fit in. This is about raising yourself up to the person you were meant to be. And what is that for you? Two of Wands. We look out to the horizon. We look out to our tomorrow. We have choices to make. We have decisions to make. We could feel very unsteady, but that doesn't stop us from being on that path. We don't sit back here. We look like the adventurer. We're ready to go forward. And yeah, it kind of looks bleak in front of us. So we need to tap into our intuition. We need to tap into our imagination. We need to, and especially with the Ace of Cups here and the moon and the sun, that all brings in energy to create, to invent, to start anew. And that's kind of weird saying all that because it's a full moon and we should be looking at closure. And maybe through seeing the new beginnings, we understand where we need to put closure in our life, or walk away from something in our life, or allow ourselves healing in our life, or gosh, just forgive yourself for something and move forward. Let's get an affirmation card here. So it's very strong energy, and it's strong energy to go within and feel the beauty and the love and the compassion, maybe the sensuality, definitely your intuition. To recognize that part of you that does deserve it. To recognize that part of you who has known all along that you deserve it, that you're worthy. And if you truly want it and you make that commitment, it will be yours. But through patience, through diligence, through determination. We have the Chariot there as the first card. Trust me, you're pulling back on horses like that, your arms will get sore pretty fast. You have to have be in it for the long haul to have that determination. We have the Seven of Water. Once again, the Scorpio energy. Imagination, fantasy, artistic endeavors, co-creating abilities unleashed. Now is the time to tune into the infinite possibilities that exist and begin to play with them. So take hold of an idea in your mind and play around with it. I mean, it's just your imagination. Nothing real comes out of it unless you deem it to be so. So let your imagination soar, roam, wander. Everything begins in the world of imagination, and I seize the opportunity to dream. I allow my intuition and desire to blend into an alchemical way, forming something new. Castles in the air can become castles on the ground when I release rigidity, bend the rules, and remain flexible and open. So we have to be very flexible. We have to be very open. We have to go with the flow. We have to expect the unexpected. And then we have to expect that to work in our favor. Limitations and boundaries give way to manifestation. Spirit never doubts the power of possibility, and neither will I. Now is the time to tune in to the infinite possibilities that exist and to begin to play with them. Castles in the air can become tangible castles in our life. Because we understand once we release that old way of thinking or that old way of being and tap into a new way of doing, of becoming. That's when the potential opens up. That's when we start going with the flow. That's when the unexpected, the impossible, turns into the possible. That's when our imaginary castles become real and tangible. Because that's when the limitations, that's when the boundaries are taken away, are removed. That's when we don't fear as much anymore, because we know we are safe. Let's do another, the Seven of Earths. So 2 sevens. What adds up to 7? Is it the full moon? Let's see here, November is an 11. The full moon is on the 4th. So that's 15, and 2017 is the one is 16, which is a 7. So this is really a full moon kind of energy coming out here. The Seven of Earth is opening to a new strategy, being at a crossroads, a decision to be made, and that's very much what the Two of Wands was telling us. Decisions that had to be made. 2 wands, 2 paths. As I reflect on my progress to date and see where I stand, I contemplate whether I want to continue singing at the same song or change my tune. I'm always free to go back to reimagine what I might co-create. If what I manifested does not serve me as I thought it might, I don't have to be afraid to admit that it is no longer for me. Whatever I choose to do, I am not afraid to start over, For I feel assured that Spirit will always support my highest good. Know that you are supported. Know that you are safe. And that really is the Moon in Taurus. Knowing, feeling that comfort of home, your values, your environment. So it's okay to want something new. It's okay to move past what you have been working towards, to change lanes, to try something new, to expand in new ways, to grow, to be able to experience life on a whole different level. One more. The Queen of Earth, very grounded. And Taurus is the fixed energy of Earth, right? We've got water and Earth here. It's the sun and the moon. So what am I doing? Queen of Earth. Queen of Earth is practical, grounded, trustworthy, earthy, resourceful, a gardener who tends to what has been planted. I am committed, down to earth, and clear about my goals. I am honest as I work with others to keep it real and to be true to what we are doing and the challenges before us. I use all my resources wisely, whether they are finances, opportunities, or people willing to help me in my endeavors. So, and Taurus is really about that, understanding. It's almost like the gratitude, right? Understanding what you already have in your possession around you, whether it's things, whether it's situations, whether it's people that ground you, that give you support, that you can lean on. You know it's there. You know it's stable. I use all my resources wisely, so it's not taking advantage of anything. Very much like a couple of days ago when I said, I don't think about being grateful for my fridge. But I tell you, if it stopped working, I would miss it. And I would be doing everything in my power to get a new fridge as soon as possible, before my food goes bad, before I have no place to put my food. And then I will be so grateful when that new fridge shows up, and within days, I will forget it even stands there until it breaks down, right? We take things for granted in our life. Maybe it's people, maybe it's situations. And it's understanding that those are actually tools that we can use to go forward right now, by recognizing the strength that we already have in our lives. I am committed, down to earth, and clear about my goals. So are you clear about your goals? And it's okay not to be clear about your goals. Even at this stage in the game, it's okay. Because the energy has been anything but thrusting us into moving forward quickly. It's all about the waiting game. It's been all about the planning. It's been all about the dreaming, expanding that dream, understanding the plan, making the plan, understanding the tools we have to go forward, understanding what things was preventing us from the plan. And maybe that is part of the full moon, that we see now where we can go, but there are things in our way. There are things holding us back, and releasing that. Let's get an animal out here. Be strong. Be strong, says the lion. The lion says, be strong. Strength, pride, and moving on. And promise me that you'll always remember. I love this quote. You're braver than you believe. Stronger than you seem. And smarter than you think. That was by A.A. Milne. The lion's presence itself can draw fear among its peers. Even when he doesn't feel strong, he is perceived as such, and he reminds you that you are just as strong. With all that you are experiencing in your life, it is time to embrace your own strength. Always and forever, it's time to embrace who you truly are. It is time for you to let go of the things that can no longer be fixed. Trash is trash. Only keep around that which is worth collecting. If you have to force a situation in a way that you want it, you'll only make it worse, and the knowledge that it isn't yours needs to be seen. Holding on can make you brave, but moving on makes you strong. Lion may be also telling you it's time for you to see your physician and then begin an exercise program to help build your body strength. So it's about our total strength. Lion's done, so there's no second page to Lion. Lion is saying, you know what? Get the courage to really look inside this weekend and understand who you have been meant to be this whole time. And start dreaming it, start imagining it, start playing with it. Start seeing what could be if you allowed it in your life. And then the obvious of what needs closure, what we need to leave in the past, and what needs healing will be quite obvious to us. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.